The setting is a massive, high-tech, futuristic arena, suspended in the depths of space, located on a space station orbiting a distant, uncharted planet. This arena is a battleground for the galaxy's most elite fighters, an invitation-only tournament where warriors from all across the universe gather to showcase their skills. The atmosphere is electric with excitement as thousands of alien spectators fill the stands, their diverse faces and shapes reflecting the vastness of the cosmos. Robots of varying sizes and artificial intelligences hover above the crowd, analyzing every movement, calculating every potential outcome. These sentient beings are here to witness the ultimate display of strength and technique. The arena itself is colossal, with glowing platforms and vast training areas where combatants engage in battles that test not only their physical prowess, but their mental strength as well. The stage is set for an intense and unforgettable showdown. The audience's murmurs grow louder as the tournament begins to unfold, and in the center of it all stands a single solitary figure. He's a human, and to the outside world, he doesn't belong here. The crowd grows quiet as the lone soldier steps into the arena. His name is Bonner, and he is dressed in simple combat gear. No glowing armor, no advanced tech enhancements, just the standard issue suit of a soldier. He stands tall and firm, his eyes scanning the vast arena with the determination of someone who's seen the horrors of war and lived through them. The contrast between Bonner and the rest of the contestants couldn't be more stark. Around him, the other fighters are decked out in high-tech suits, their bodies enhanced with alien technology, their movements precise and lethal. Bonner, however, carries only his experience, his resilience, and his unwavering will to fight. The camera zooms in on his focused face, the sweat already starting to form as he prepares himself mentally for the challenge ahead. He's fought in many battles before, never in a tournament like this. But that doesn't matter to him. What matters is proving that a human can stand toe-to-toe with the galaxy's best, even when the odds are stacked impossibly high. The announcer's voice booms over the loudspeakers, sending a ripple of anticipation through the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, beings of all races and backgrounds, we welcome you to the ultimate challenge. Today, we witness history as one brave soul takes on the undefeated champion of this arena. The crowd erupts in cheers as the announcer continues. He is a legend, a fighter of unmatched skill, an alien warrior known throughout the galaxy for his superior martial arts techniques. Introducing Xylar, the alien martial arts master. As the announcer's words ring out, the crowd's cheers grow deafening. Xylar strides into the arena with a regal air, his every movement exuding confidence. His armor gleams under the arena's lights, and his eyes glow with the knowledge that no one has ever defeated him here. He stands tall and proud, a being of incredible physical prowess, his body honed over centuries of martial arts training. His reputation as an invincible fighter precedes him, and he soaks in the adoration of the crowd, his eyes scanning the arena as if looking for something or someone to amuse him. But when his gaze lands on Bonner, the amusement quickly fades into something else. Xylar's lips curl into a smug, knowing smile as he eyes the lone human in the center of the arena. So it's a human who dares challenge me. Xylar's voice echoes across the arena, dripping with disdain. How quaint. Tell me, soldier, do you really believe you can stand up to me? Do you truly think that your primitive human body can match my advanced alien techniques? The crowd goes silent, waiting for Bonner to respond. Some of the alien spectators laugh, clearly expecting the human to back down, while others are more curious to see what this human soldier is capable of. Bonner doesn't flinch. His jaw tightens, and his fists slowly ball at his sides, the weight of his decision sinking in. He has come this far, and there's no turning back now. He steps forward, his voice steady and calm, cutting through the silence. I don't need to match your techniques, Xylar. I just need to survive. For a moment, there's only silence in the arena. Then, a ripple of laughter spreads through the crowd, followed by loud jeers and mocking applause. Xylar chuckles darkly, the sound sending a chill through the air. Survive. He scoffs. How utterly predictable. Very well, human. You want to survive. Then you'll have to fight for it. He takes a few steps back, preparing himself, his body shifting into a fighting stance. The atmosphere crackles with tension as the crowd watches in eager anticipation. Xylar is a master of combat. He's fought in hundreds of tournaments, and none have been able to touch him. This human is no different, or so he thinks. Bonner stands tall, his eyes locked onto Xylar, every muscle in his body coiled with energy. He knows the challenge before him is enormous. He knows the odds are against him, but he also knows that sometimes it's not about the strength of your body, but the strength of your will that determines whether you win or lose. The bell rings, signaling the start of the fight. Xylar moves first, his body a blur as he closes the distance between them in the blink of an eye. He launches a flurry of punches and kicks, each strike fast and lethal. Bonner barely manages to dodge, his heart racing as he struggles to keep up with the alien speed. He's never faced anything like this before, but he knows he has to survive. He has to prove that humans are not weak, that humans are capable of great things, even against impossible odds. Xylar's attacks come relentlessly, each blow harder than the last, and Bonner finds himself pushed back, the weight of the fight bearing down on him. The crowd roars in excitement, and even the robots hovering above the arena are transfixed by the display of speed and power. But Bonner refuses to give up. Despite the overwhelming strength of his opponent, he holds his ground, moving with purpose, every action calculated, every decision made with precision. The fight is far from over, and Bonner is determined to show the universe that humans are not to be underestimated. Xylar lands another blow to Bonner's chest, sending him crashing to the ground. The crowd gasps, but Bonner's eyes never leave his opponent. He stands up slowly, wiping the blood from his lip. He's been hit hard, but this fight is far from over. Is that all? Xylar taunts, his voice full of mocking amusement. I expected more from a human. Bonner doesn't answer. He just steps forward, his resolve hardening. He knows what he's up against, but he also knows that he won't back down, no matter what. The tension in the air is palpable. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, the fate of this fight hanging in the balance. And in that moment, one thing becomes clear. This battle is not just for Bonner's survival. It's for humanity's place in the galaxy. As Bonner faces his opponent, his heart beats in time with the rhythm of the fight. His every breath is measured, his every movement deliberate. Xylar's overconfidence is his greatest mistake, and Bonner is ready to exploit it. The fight has only just begun, and the galaxy is about to learn that humans are not to be underestimated. The bell rings, its sharp sound echoing through the vast arena, signaling the start of the fight. The crowd erupts into cheers as both fighters take their positions. Xylar, the alien martial arts master, moves with a fluid grace, his alien agility evident in every step. His eyes lock onto Bonner with an expression of contempt, knowing that this fight will be nothing more than a display of his superiority. In the blink of an eye, Xylar is upon Bonner, moving faster than the human's eyes can follow. His limbs blur as he unleashes a flurry of rapid, powerful strikes, kicks, punches, and elbow strikes coming at Bonner from all directions. Each blow is precise, each movement calculated. Xylar's speed is unparalleled, his combat skills honed over centuries of training. The alien's every move seems like a perfect symphony of martial arts, as if he were born to fight. The audience gasps, their eyes glued to the combatants as Xylar effortlessly maneuvers around Bonner, showing off his advanced combat techniques. But Bonner isn't out of the fight yet. Though his human body can't move with the same speed, his mind works faster than any alien opponent. He knows he has to rely on his endurance and his tactical intelligence if he's to have any hope of surviving this fight. His eyes scan the environment, taking in every detail, every possible advantage the arena might offer. Sylar delivers a brutal blow to Bonner's chest, sending him flying backwards. The force of the punch is overwhelming, and Bonner crashes into the edge of the arena, the air knocked out of his lungs. The crowd roars with excitement, thinking it's the end for the human soldier. But Bonner grits his teeth, refusing to stay down. He uses the impact to spring back to his feet, his hands shaking from the force of the blow. His breath is labored, but he doesn't give up. The human spirit is unyielding, and that spirit is what keeps him in the fight. Bonner's eyes harden with determination. He adjusts his stance and begins to move with more purpose, his body battered but not broken. He won't back down, not to Xylar, not to anyone. As Sylar prepares for another onslaught, Bonner reaches to his wristband and activates a hidden device. A faint shimmer surrounds him as the cloaking mechanism kicks in. In an instant, Bonner disappears from view, becoming completely invisible to the naked eye. The crowd gasps in confusion, wondering where the human soldier has gone. Tylar, too, is momentarily caught off guard. His keen alien senses try to track Bonner, but the cloaking technology makes him nearly impossible to detect. The arena is now a battlefield of confusion. Xylar's movements slow as he searches for his opponent, but Bonner remains hidden, moving silently through the shadows. He takes advantage of his opponent's momentary disorientation, positioning himself for a surprise strike. But this fight is about more than just stealth. It's about survival, about proving that humanity can stand tall in the face of overwhelming odds. Bonner's breath is steady, his pulse quickening as he prepares for the next phase of the fight. He knows that Sylar's overconfidence could be his greatest weakness. The alien master is used to being untouchable, but Bonner is about to prove that a human's resourcefulness can be just as deadly as any alien martial art. Xylar's eyes dart around the arena, still searching for his invisible opponent. He raises his hand, and with a snap of his fingers, a massive telekinetic barrier forms around him. It's an energy shield, glowing with bright blue light, and it sends out powerful shockwaves that cause the arena to tremble. Bonner's cloaking device flickers momentarily, but he manages to stay hidden. The crowd watches in awe as Tyler manipulates the environment, his telekinetic powers creating a swirling vortex of energy that seems to pulse with raw power. Suddenly, Sylar releases a shockwave from his energy barrier, sending a blast of energy sweeping across the arena. Bonner, caught off guard, is knocked off his feet. The force of the blast is enough to send him flying across the arena, crashing into the walls with a deafening explosion. The debris flies through the air as Bonner tumbles across the floor, the impact knocking the wind out of him once again. The arena shakes with the intensity of the blow, and the crowd gasps in unison, believing that this might be the end for the human soldier. But Bonner refuses to stay down. He pulls himself up slowly, his body battered and bruised, but his will unbroken. He stands tall, his fists clenched in determination. His breathing is heavy, and his face is streaked with blood, but his eyes are clear, focused. He knows he can't let Sylar win. He has to survive. For humanity's pride, he has to survive. The camera zooms in on Bonner's face, capturing the strain in his muscles, the determination in his eyes. Sweat drips down his forehead, and the look of exhaustion is clear, but it's matched by a fierce fire inside him. He refuses to quit. This fight is far from over. As Sylar moves toward him, Bonner reaches for another device on his belt. With a flick of his wrist, a small grenade-like device is activated. The explosion sends another shockwave through the arena, throwing both fighters back. But Bonner's quick thinking has allowed him to regain the upper hand. The explosion disrupts Xylar's focus, giving Bonner the opportunity to move in. The crowd goes wild as Bonner charges forward, using his tactical intelligence to find weak spots in Sylar's defenses. His movements are no longer just reactive. He's taking control. Bonner's blows come faster now, his punches and kicks landing with precision as he fights to turn the tide in his favor. Each strike lands with a satisfying thud, and though he can't match Sylar's speed, his human resilience is something the alien martial artist has never experienced before. The camera captures every moment in vivid detail. The sparks flying from the clash of blows, the screeching of metal as Bonner slams his fist into a piece of the arena's structure, the ferocity in his movements. The scene is a whirlwind of action. Lasers flying, explosions rocking the ground beneath their feet, and the sound of bone-crushing blows echoing throughout the arena. Bonner's resolve is unwavering, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. Sylar, on the other hand, begins to show signs of frustration. For the first time in his life, he's facing a true challenge. The crowd, once confident in his victory, begins to murmur in disbelief. Bonner is doing the impossible. He's holding his ground, and he's fighting back. The tables have turned, and the momentum is shifting in Bonner's favor. As the battle rages on, the camera cuts to Sylar's face, which now shows the cracks in his composure. His arrogance is fading, replaced by a rare emotion, uncertainty. Bonner has not only survived, he has pushed Sylar to his limits. The audience watches, captivated, as the fight continues to unfold with rapid intensity. The first few minutes have been a blur of fast-paced action, and the tension in the arena is palpable. Every movement, every strike, every calculated move is building towards a critical moment. Bonner's endurance, his intelligence, and his refusal to give up have put him on the verge of something great. The fight is far from over, but one thing is clear: Bonner is no longer just a human soldier. He's a force to be reckoned with. And Sylar is beginning to realize it. The battle rages on, the sounds of combat filling the air as Sylar and Bonner continue to exchange blows. But something has changed in the alien martial arts master. His movements, once fluid and precise, are now showing signs of wear. The pace of the fight has taken its toll on him, and the arrogance that had fueled his confidence earlier is beginning to falter. Sylar's energy is waning. He's breathing harder, his strikes losing some of their devastating power. Sweat drips down his face, and his movements become more erratic. It's clear that he underestimated Bonner. The human soldier, though battered and bruised, has proven to be a worthy adversary. And as the fight drags on, Sylar's frustration begins to grow. He starts to make mistakes. His strikes, once nearly flawless, now miss their target or lack the usual precision. The alien master, who had once been so certain of his victory, is now second-guessing his every move. And Bonner, ever watchful, begins to see the cracks in Sylar's invincible facade. In a moment of overconfidence, Sylar decides to taunt his opponent. He looks down at Bonner, his smirk returning as he raises an eyebrow. "Is that all you've got, human?" He sneers. "This match was over before it even began. You'll never defeat me." The audience gasps, unsure of what to make of this declaration. But Bonner doesn't flinch. Instead, he remains focused, his eyes locked onto Sylar, waiting for the next move. The alien fighter, still filled with arrogance, teleports behind Bonner in an attempt to land a decisive blow. He materializes in an instant, ready to strike. The crowd watches in silence, holding their breath, as Sylar moves to finish the fight. But Bonner has anticipated this move. As soon as Sylar teleports, Bonner reacts instinctively, his body moving with a speed and precision that matches his opponent's. He pivots just in time, narrowly avoiding the deadly blow. The camera captures Bonner's quick reflexes as he ducks and twists, narrowly evading Sylar's attack. For a brief moment, time seems to slow as Sylar's strike misses its mark. The arena is filled with tension, the crowd stunned by the turn of events. But it's in this moment of hesitation that Bonner makes his move. With a burst of energy, he counters Sylar's attack, launching himself into an offensive maneuver that catches the alien off guard. The scene shifts as Bonner's memories flood his mind. A series of emotional flashbacks begin to play out, showing Bonner's past, the life he left behind on Earth, the tragic loss of his comrades in previous battles, and the grueling training he underwent to become the soldier he is today. These memories, though painful, fuel his resolve. He remembers the faces of his fallen comrades, their sacrifices, and the lessons they taught him about survival and perseverance. They are with him now, giving him the strength to fight on. As Stylar charges toward him, Bonner channels the power of those memories. His muscles tense, his focus sharpens, and his body responds with a speed and precision that surprises even him. In a flash, Bonner executes a powerful combination of martial arts techniques, a series of swift, calculated moves that culminate in a final strike that lands squarely on Sylar's chest. The force of the blow sends Sylar stumbling backward, his eyes wide with disbelief. The alien master, who had once thought of himself as invincible, is now stunned, his arrogance shattered in an instant. The crowd goes silent as they watch Sylar struggle to regain his footing. For the first time in this fight, Sylar looks shaken. Bonner stands tall, his chest heaving with exertion, but his eyes are filled with unwavering determination. His body is battered, his clothing torn, but his spirit is unbroken. He has just managed to land a blow that has thrown Sylar off balance, leaving the alien martial arts master momentarily stunned. The arena, which had once been filled with the loud roars of the crowd, is now eerily quiet. The audience is in shock, unable to comprehend what just happened. They had expected Sylar to dominate the fight, to wipe the floor with Bonner in an instant. But instead, the human soldier has done the unthinkable. He has landed a decisive blow on the undefeated alien master. Sylar's expression shifts from one of arrogance to one of frustration. His confidence is gone, replaced by something far more dangerous: doubt. He stumbles back, trying to regain his composure, but Bonner is already moving. With a speed and precision that catches the alien off guard, Bonner launches himself at Sylar once again, his fists flying with renewed vigor. The crowd watches in awe as Bonner, the underdog, continues to press the attack. His strikes are calculated, his every move designed to exploit the weaknesses he has discovered in Sylar's defense. The fight, which had once seemed like a foregone conclusion, is now anyone's game. Bonner's resilience and determination are overpowering Sylar's arrogance, and for the first time, the alien martial artist is beginning to realize that he might not be the unbeatable fighter he thought he was. Sylar's overconfidence has cost him dearly. His belief that no human could ever challenge him has been shattered. He now faces a fighter who is willing to do whatever it takes to win, a soldier who fights not just for himself, but for humanity's honor. Bonner's resolve is unwavering, and with each passing moment, he proves that even the greatest of aliens can be defeated by the indomitable human spirit. The emotional tension in the arena builds as Bonner presses his advantage. He remembers the faces of his fallen comrades, the friends he lost in battle, the soldiers who fought beside him and never returned. They are his motivation now, pushing him forward, giving him the strength to keep fighting. He knows that this fight is more than just a tournament. It's about showing the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. With every strike, every move, Bonner channels the energy of his past, using it to fuel his every action. The audience, once skeptical of the human's chances, now watches with bated breath, their eyes fixed on Bonner as he continues to battle Sylar. The alien master is reeling, his arrogance and overconfidence now replaced with desperation. The fight is far from over, but for the first time, it seems that the underdog might just pull off the impossible. Bonner's triumph is not just in his skill, it's in his heart, his unwavering spirit, and the memories of those who came before him. With each passing moment, Sylar's grip on victory weakens, and Bonner's chance to claim the title of champion grows ever closer. The tension in the arena is thick, the crowd on the edge of their seats as the fight enters its most intense phase. The battle between the human soldier and the alien master has reached a breaking point, and only one will emerge victorious. The battle between Bonner and Sylar has reached a critical point. The once confident alien martial arts master is now desperate. He has underestimated the human soldier for far too long, and now he's resorting to using every tool at his disposal. The situation has shifted from a simple contest of strength and skill to a full-blown technological war. Sylar, no longer the arrogant and untouchable champion, is now struggling to maintain control. In a last-ditch effort to regain the upper hand, Sylar activates his secret weapon, a highly advanced eye-powered exosuit that enhances his physical abilities. The suit's sleek alien design pulses with energy as it forms around his body, amplifying his strength, speed, and agility to levels far beyond what a normal being could achieve. His movements become even more fluid and dangerous, and the crowd watches in awe as Sylar takes his fighting to a new level. With his enhanced abilities, he's able to launch missiles from his suit, creating explosions that rock the arena. The missiles strike the ground, sending debris flying through the air. Sylar cloaks himself in an energy shield, becoming nearly invulnerable to attack. For a moment, it seems as though Bonner might be overwhelmed. The alien's power is undeniable, and it's clear that the human soldier is facing an opponent unlike any he's ever fought before. But Bonner is no ordinary soldier, and he is far from giving up. Bonner's eyes narrow as he watches Sylar's next move. He knows that he must act quickly if he's going to have any chance of winning this fight. Bonner activates his own technology, a cloaking device embedded in his wristband. As the device hums to life, Bonner disappears from Sylar's sensors, becoming nearly invisible. To the alien's surprise, he can no longer track the human soldier's movements. The arena, once a chaotic battlefield of explosions and laser fire, is now silent except for the sounds of Sylar's growing frustration. Bonner uses this moment of invisibility to his advantage. His mind races as he plans his next move. He knows that Sylar's suit is his greatest strength, but it is also his greatest weakness. The eye-powered exosuit may make him nearly invincible, but it is still vulnerable to human ingenuity. Bonner has faced technology like this before, and he knows exactly how to exploit its flaws. With surgical precision, Bonner uses his wristband to hack into Sylar's exosuit. He bypasses the alien's defenses, exploiting a vulnerability in the AI system. The suit begins to malfunction, its once smooth movements becoming jerky and erratic. Sylar tries to regain control, but it's too late. Bonner has already disabled the suit's most important functions, leaving the alien fighter struggling to maintain his footing. The tension in the arena rises as Sylar's confidence starts to falter. His suit, once a symbol of his invincibility, is now nothing more than a hindrance. Bonner, meanwhile, remains calm and focused. His breathing is steady, his resolve unwavering. He knows that this is his moment. He can see the cracks in Sylar's defense, and he knows that with every passing second, he is getting closer to victory. As Sylar's frustration grows, Bonner pushes forward, attacking with renewed vigor. The human soldier uses every move in his arsenal, his advanced tech, his combat training, and the sheer willpower that has carried him through countless battles. The arena seems to pulse with energy as Bonner's strikes land, each blow a testament to the strength of the human spirit. But it's not just the physical fight that drives Bonner. It's the emotional core of the battle that fuels his determination. As he faces Sylar, Bonner's thoughts drift back to his past. The soldiers who fought alongside him, the comrades who never made it out of battle alive. Their faces flash in his mind, their sacrifices a constant reminder of what's at stake. They are with him in this fight, and he fights for them as much as he fights for himself. The memories of those lost comrades strengthen Bonner's resolve. He can feel their presence, their strength, their courage, all urging him forward. The pain of their loss is a fire that burns within him, pushing him to go further, to fight harder. In his mind, he hears their voices. "Don't stop, Bonner. We're with you." The emotional weight of his memories becomes his greatest weapon. With each strike, Bonner channels the energy of those who came before him. His fists land with a force that surprises even him, his movements swift and precise, a deadly dance of human ingenuity and resilience. He's no longer just a soldier. He's the embodiment of everything humanity stands for: survival, determination, and an unbreakable will to win. As the fight continues, Sylar's frustration becomes more apparent. His movements, once sharp and precise, are now disjointed and clumsy. The AI suit, despite its power, can't keep up with Bonner's relentless attacks. Every time Sylar tries to regain control, Bonner is there, exploiting the alien's weakness with perfect precision. The alien master, who once thought he was invincible, is now the one on the defensive. The crowd, who had once laughed at Bonner's chances, is now on the edge of their seats. The underdog, the human soldier who had no place in this arena, is proving that determination and heart can overcome even the most advanced alien technology. The fight has become a battle of wills, and Bonner is winning. Sylar's frustration spills over as he lets out a growl of anger. He's no longer the calm, calculated fighter he once was. The toll of the battle is evident on his face. His breathing is heavy, his movements stiff, and his energy is rapidly draining. Bonner, meanwhile, seems to be fueled by something more powerful than mere physical strength. His memories, his emotions, and his determination have become a force that Sylar cannot overcome. The fight reaches its climax as Bonner delivers a final devastating blow. He channels all of his strength, his emotions, and his memories into one last strike, a move that takes Sylar completely by surprise. The alien master stumbles back, his suit sparking and flickering as it struggles to keep him upright. For the first time in the fight, Sylar looks vulnerable, his arrogance shattered, his confidence broken. Bonner stands tall, his chest heaving with exhaustion, but his eyes burning with determination. He's done it. Against all odds, he has turned the tide of the battle. The alien martial arts master, once thought to be unbeatable, is now at his mercy. The arena falls silent as the crowd waits, holding their breath. Will Sylar be able to recover? Or has Bonner, the human soldier, finally proven that there is more to victory than advanced technology? Only time will tell. But for now, Bonner stands as the embodiment of human strength and resilience, ready to finish what he started. The battle is now at its most intense. The once pristine arena is now a war zone, a shell of its former glory. Fires rage across the battlefield, and debris litters the ground, a testament to the ferocity of the fight that has unfolded. Both fighters are battered, bruised, and on the brink of exhaustion. Every movement feels like it could be the last, yet neither of them shows any sign of surrender. Sylar, despite the malfunctions in his exosuit, still has one last trick up his sleeve. His confidence, although shaken, is not entirely gone. He summons every last ounce of his power and channels it into a massive energy blast. The very air hums with the buildup of energy as Sylar raises his hands, focusing all his remaining strength into the attack. The blast is pure destruction, a concentrated beam of alien power that could obliterate anything in its path. Bonner's heart races as he watches the energy grow. Time seems to slow, and the world around him narrows to a single point: survival. His instincts kick in, and without hesitation, he springs into action. The energy blast hurtles toward him, but Bonner is already moving, diving to the side in a flawless roll that allows him to evade the deadly wave of destruction. His body slams into the ground, but he's already up, his focus entirely on the fight. There's no time to waste. Every second counts now. The battle shifts to close-quarters combat, a deadly dance between the two warriors. Bonner, despite his human limitations, is relentless. His training, his grit, and his unwavering determination have carried him this far, and he won't let up now. Sylar, still trying to control his malfunctioning exosuit, throws wild punches and energy blasts, but they're slower, more predictable. Bonner dodges each attack with precision, his human speed and reflexes a key advantage. The two fighters clash in a whirlwind of fists, feet, and energy blasts. Xylar is no longer the confident, invincible alien master he once was. His movements are erratic, his suit malfunctioning more with each passing moment. Bonner, on the other hand, is focused, his every move calculated and purposeful. Each strike lands with precision, each block a testament to his unwavering resolve. His body aches, his muscles scream in protest, but he doesn't stop. This is his moment. This is his fight. Bonner channels all the strength he has left into one final push. He uses his advanced tech to gain the upper hand, activating his wristband's cloaking device for one last surprise attack. For a brief moment, Xylar can't track Bonner's movements, and that's all the human soldier needs. He emerges from his cloaking device just in time to land a devastating strike to Xylar's midsection. The impact sends the alien flying back, his suit sparking and faltering under the force of the blow. Xylar stumbles, his once mighty exosuit struggling to keep him upright. The alien is no longer the terrifying, untouchable fighter he once was. His arrogance has been shattered, and with it, the illusion of invincibility that surrounded him. Bonner sees his chance. He moves in with speed and precision, his human resolve stronger than ever. Every strike is delivered with purpose, each blow a message. Humanity will not be defeated. Xylar tries to fight back, but his attacks are slow, disjointed, and desperate. He throws a wild punch, but Bonner ducks and lands another strike, this time to the alien's jaw. Xylar stumbles, and Bonner follows through with a powerful roundhouse kick that sends the alien crashing to the ground. The audience, who had once believed Xylar to be unstoppable, watches in stunned silence as their champion lies defeated on the arena floor. Bonner doesn't stop. He moves with calculated precision, landing blow after blow, weakening Xylar further. Each strike is a reminder of the power of human will, of the strength that comes from within. Xylar tries to rise, but his body betrays him. His suit is malfunctioning, his strength fading, and his confidence crumbling. Bonner, on the other hand, is more determined than ever. In one final, devastating move, Bonner breaks through Xylar's last defense. He delivers a crushing blow to the alien's grip, knocking the exosuit off balance. The suit sputters and sparks as it loses power, and with a final, sickening thud, Xylar collapses to the ground, completely defeated. Bonner stands tall, his chest heaving with exhaustion, but his eyes burning with the fire of victory. His hands are bloodied, his body battered, but he is the one standing in the end. He looks down at the defeated Xylar, his heart pounding in his chest. The battle is over, and Bonner has won, not just as a soldier, but as a symbol of humanity's strength and resilience. The arena falls silent. The once boisterous crowd, who had cheered for Xylar and mocked the human soldier, is now speechless. They can hardly believe what they have witnessed. The alien martial arts master, the undefeated champion, has been defeated by a human soldier. It is a moment that will be remembered for centuries to come. Bonner stands over Xylar, his chest still heaving with the exertion of the battle. The alien's once imposing form is now crumpled on the ground, his power shattered, his arrogance destroyed. Bonner's gaze is steady as he looks at the alien, not with hatred, but with respect. This fight was never just about winning. It was about proving that humanity, no matter the odds, would never give up. Bonner has fought for his comrades, for the soldiers who didn't make it out alive, and for all of humanity. As the camera zooms out, the full scale of the destruction is revealed. The arena is a ruin, with fire and smoke rising into the sky. The lights flicker, and the sound of crackling flames fills the air. The audience remains silent, processing the unthinkable. In the center of the battlefield stands Bonner, victorious. He is battered, bruised, and covered in sweat, but he stands tall, a symbol of human strength, perseverance, and willpower. The fight is over, and humanity has proven that even against the most advanced alien technology, even against the greatest of foes, they can rise and overcome. The silence of the crowd speaks volumes. They have witnessed something that will be talked about for generations to come, a victory against all odds, a triumph of the human spirit. And in that moment, as Bonner stands victorious over the defeated Sylar, humanity's strength is unmistakably clear to the galaxy. As the last echoes of the battle fade away, the arena is shrouded in silence. The once energetic crowd of alien spectators who had cheered for Xylar now sits in stunned disbelief. They cannot fathom what has just happened. The champion, the mighty Xylar, who had been unbeatable in their eyes, lies defeated at the hands of a human soldier. The defeat is not just a loss in combat. It is a loss of their pride, their expectations, and their arrogance. The tension in the air is thick, a mixture of shock, disbelief, and a grudging respect for Bonner's victory. The alien spectators, once so sure of their superiority, now look at the human warrior with new eyes. For the first time, they are forced to recognize that the humans they had dismissed as inferior, weak, and primitive are, in fact, far stronger than they ever imagined. Their smug faces have been replaced by looks of awe, and in the hushed silence that follows, there is no denying the truth. Bonner's victory has shattered their preconceived notions. The very idea of humanity as a lesser species has been obliterated, replaced by a new understanding that humans are a force to be reckoned with. Sylar, the alien martial arts master, lies on the ground, struggling to rise. His once imposing figure, now defeated and vulnerable, can hardly lift itself off the cold floor. His exosuit, once the source of his pride and power, is damaged beyond repair. But even in this humbling moment, there is a certain dignity to Sylar's defeat. His arrogance, once his greatest asset, has been shattered, and in its place, there is a grudging respect. As Bonner approaches him, Sylar looks up, his eyes weary but honest. "You've won," Sylar says, his voice carrying a weight that wasn't there before. "I underestimated you, and for that, I apologize." Humanity's strength is not just in its technology, but in its will to fight. You have proven that. Bonner, standing over Xylar, does not gloat. There is no triumph in his expression, only a quiet acknowledgement of what this victory means, not just for him, but for humanity as a whole. He nods at Sylar, his face stoic but resolute. "We fight because we have no other choice. We fight for survival, for our future. And we'll keep fighting." Xylar's eyes soften, a rare moment of humility breaking through the alien's usually cold demeanor. He slowly pushes himself to his feet, supported by the remnants of his damaged exosuit. "You've earned your place here, Bonner. You've earned my respect, and that of every being in this galaxy. Humanity is no longer something to be dismissed. You are not the weak, helpless species we once thought you to be." Bonner's gaze drifts over the arena, where the once proud alien warriors stand in stunned silence, their expressions mixed with disbelief and newfound respect. The fight is over, and humanity has proven its worth in a way that cannot be denied. Bonner's heart beats steadily in his chest as he absorbs the significance of what has just transpired. This victory is not just for him. It is for every human who has ever fought against the odds, for every soldier who has laid down their life in the name of survival, for every person who has faced insurmountable challenges and refused to give up. As Bonner walks off the arena stage, the weight of the moment settles in. The galaxy may have witnessed his victory, but it is Earth that he thinks of now. He looks out over the stars, imagining the future ahead. This fight, this battle, is just one step on a long road. Humanity's place in the galaxy has always been questioned, ridiculed, and underestimated, but Bonner knows that this defeat of Xylar marks a turning point. The galaxy will no longer see Earth as a weak, insignificant planet. Humanity has proven itself capable of greatness, capable of standing toe-to-toe with the most advanced civilizations in the universe. For Bonner, this is more than just a victory in a combat arena. It is a statement. It is a message to every species, to every alien empire, that humanity will not back down. They will fight for their place among the stars, and they will fight with everything they have. Bonner's thoughts turned to Earth, to the people he fought for, and to the soldiers who did not make it out alive. Their memories fueled his resolve, and he knows that this victory is just the beginning. The road ahead will be long, but humanity is ready. As he leaves the arena, the camera lingers on the now silent battlefield. The smoke still rises from the ruins of the once pristine structure, the remnants of the epic battle that has just concluded. The alien spectators are still processing the enormity of what they have witnessed. They had come to watch the great Sylar claim yet another victory, to watch humanity be humbled, but instead they watched as a human soldier triumphed over the impossible. The silence in the arena is deafening, a stark contrast to the loud cheers that had once filled the air. The crowd, stunned and awestruck, stands motionless. In the distance, a voice echoes, cutting through the silence. Humanity, the true apex of the galaxy. The words resonate throughout the arena, a powerful reminder of the strength and resilience of the human spirit. The voice fades away, but its message lingers. Humanity is no longer a species to be underestimated. They are here to stay. They are a force to be reckoned with, and the galaxy will never forget the day that a human soldier defeated the greatest alien warrior in existence. As the camera pans over the now silent arena, the scene fades to black. The echoes of the battle, the memories of the struggle, and the victorious stand of humanity live on, leaving the audience with a sense of awe and respect for the unyielding strength of the human spirit. The message is clear. Humanity is no longer just a player in the galaxy. They are the true apex.